Hello everybody, Cosmos here, and welcome to today's video. In this episode, we will be covering the N-ZAP. Before we begin, feel free to leave a like if you enjoy, and subscribe for more guides in the future. If you would like to vote on next week's weapon, the poll will be in the upper right hand corner. Also, be sure to tell me if there's anything I can do to improve the videos in the comments below. Alright, let's begin. If you do not recognize it, or do not already know, the N-ZAP is based off the NES Zapper, which makes this weapon a shout out to Nintendo's past, which I find pretty cool, probably one of the only ones, but still. Anyways, the N-ZAP is a mid-range shooter with a high fire rate. It fires over 10 semi-accurate shots per second. The N-ZAP does 28 damage per shot, making it a 4-shot splat, much like the Splash-O-Matic. However, the difference between the N-ZAP and the Splash is that the N-ZAP has a decreased accuracy compared to the Splash, as well as it has a range of over 2.5 lines in the testing room, just a little bit more than the Splash. This is around the same distance as Wahoo World's lower spinner width. In version 3.1 of Splatoon 2, there are two kits for the N-ZAP. The first kit, the N-ZAP 85, has a suction bomb sub and ink armor special. The second kit, the N-ZAP 89, has an auto bomb sub and missile special. The two weapons require 210 and 190 points per special, respectively. If I had to use a close-range shooter in a match, I would most likely go N-ZAP. For a while, almost every match I played had at least one N-ZAP in it, as it was deemed the must-have weapon in the meta. From the testing I have done, the reason I found for this is not that it's the greatest weapon of all time, but it is because the N-ZAP can charge a special really fast. On top of that, the N-ZAP has two great kits for the roles that they could fill. The N-ZAP 85 has suction bomb and ink armor. This is an amazing kit for team play, as it can have an ink armor ready for every push if used properly. This N-ZAP would best fit a supportive role in which you are constantly gaining turf for your team, and then progressing when you have ink armor ready. On the other hand, the N-ZAP 89, in my opinion, fits a completely different role. The N-ZAP 89 is not the popular pick in the higher ranks, but I have seen a lot of newer players use this kit. I find that this kit is easy to use and downright annoying for an enemy player. The autobomb chases anybody nearby, and the 10 missiles can cause a team to scatter. The N-ZAP 89 is not the kit I would use personally, but when trying it out, I did enjoy watching my enemies run with the near constant pressure I placed on them. The N-ZAP itself is not the greatest shooter, as it does not have the quickest splat time, but with the help of its kits, the N-ZAP can be a force to be reckoned with. For a new player getting into Splatoon, I believe that the N-ZAP is a great weapon that can take you into the higher levels. When using it, there are some things to remember though. First of all, paint, paint, paint. The N-ZAP is amazing at gaining turf to support the team. As both of the N-ZAP specials are useful to pressure the enemy team, getting them as quick and as often as possible is very useful. Tenacity would be a great ability to get on your headgear, as it allows you to get your special even faster as well. Second, look for situations in which you can aggress. The N-ZAP will not beat most weapons in a one-on-one stare down, so the N-ZAP will have a greater chance at winning situations where the enemy has their back to you. So flanking is a good choice with this weapon. Now those are the two big tips I advise for the N-ZAP. Like all weapons, there are many things you can do to be a better player, but these are the two suggestions I find that are both beneficial and easy to abide by. For gear, I personally just equip some sub-saver, as that is my preference, as well as the rest of the abilities I typically run. But I would recommend some special saver in case you get splattered with your special, and a ton of swim speed to approach and avoid enemies. Alright, like always, the tips and opinions are done, so now it's time for the montage. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and comment down below how my videos are doing. If you are feeling generous, go ahead and subscribe for more Splatoon 2 guides. Also, if you have any tips for future weapons, post them in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Cosmos, out.